Yo, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Mad love and respect for passing through. It has been somewhat a brilliant day for price action. Now, the problem that we've got, guys, is those who are holding Bitcoin are like, oh, my Bitcoin's going down in value. You can see one way or another. You're either going to pick up more cheaper, or you're going to be in trades that are on the wrong side of the move, and you're going to be saying to yourself, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. But tonight's video is going to be putting things into perspective for you. I like to do these sort of educational videos just to bring you into light of how the market really works. Firstly, we're going to be diving into Bitcoin and what it did today during the US Brink session. The Brink session itself is this area in the chart right here, where it starts off at 2 o'clock in the afternoon UK time and finalizes at around the 3 p.m. zone, which we like to call the magic hour. Whenever you see this behavior in the Brinks box itself, you know something's happening. The key takeaway for you when you're trading Brink sessions is be aware of the fact that the vectors are left untouched. So this is what you want to be aware of. Notice how Mr. Market Maker comes and brings price down lower and traps the trader short. Everyone thinks, yeah, Bitcoin to the downside. Then what happens? He instantly reverses it back. The Brink session is the money trade. It's the time in the charts where you are preparing to run your trades. Now, if you had caught the short beforehand, no problem. Happy days. But there were several clues in the chart that were leading us to believe that Mr. Market Maker was getting ready for something. The first clue being this blue vector candle in this range. Let me take you over to the logic of why I had anticipated price to roll over from this point. Let me take you over to the Discord where the pattern watchers reside. This is the Market Maker tier Discord where we talk and get busy with price action. It's a solid area in the Discord itself. And I put out a notification saying Bitcoin trap is being set up. Watch for the blue vector on the 5-minute time frame. Price is moving too fast up, consistent with Mr. Market Maker, grabbing liquidity. Dollar dominance is strong. Wait till news, then you will see the move. So if we go to that point in time at 2:41, that would take us towards this zone right here, ladies and gentlemen. Precisely, we go into the 1-minute time frame and we go into the US Brink session itself, and you will see what I'm talking about. So at 2:41, this is where it was. This is where I had the notification in my mind that I believed that price was being set up. The Brinks was moving too fast. Price action was being very aggressive, yet it was not going anywhere. You then work your way into the timeframes and you can see that you have got yourself a plethora of price action showing Mr. Market Maker trying to trap traders by the presence of blue vector candles, which led me into the belief that Mr. Market Maker was setting up the trap in Bitcoin because retail was coming in and thinking, yeah, Bitcoin to the moon, ladies and gentlemen. It only took 2 candles on the 5-minute time frame for us to realize that the stop hunt was present. Let's find another example of a stop hunt, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to the New York live stream. Check this out. The system. It's the hybrid system. You want it, go all the way over to trader, to the actual indicator itself in TradingView and type in Traders Reality and you will see it there. Download it, watch the stream, get yourself acquainted to the actual manipulation of Mr. Market Maker. All right? And make sure that you listen to me screaming and shouting at you every day to pay yourselves when you start making money from the actual stream itself. Happy days, ladies and gentlemen. Next coin. Let's roll with it. What we got? EOS. Let's roll with it. Come on. All right, I kind of messed up there, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of played you a point in the chart that I didn't really want to play you. But listen, you noticed ADA just a split second ago. Notice how the big green vector candle came in. Now, if you look closely, you'll see at that point that there's a red vector candle right there, which the candlestick sort of already tried to recover and recovered 50% of it. Okay? Now, let's just move out a little sec and look at the next part of the video. Remember, keep an eye on this. And this was during the Brink session, all right? Logical high. If you're going to run shorts, where do you run them from? The lows? Nah, bro. You run them from the highs. Okay, you sell from the highest point. You don't sell from the lowest point. To all my new guys passing through to the Traders Reality stream, mad love and... Come on, Tino, hurry up, bro. Get with the program. Here we go. This is what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about EOS. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits to the upside. Rejection of that 800 EMA. The principal would say even a retrace back into the 50 EMA would level out the zone. Okay? So, two assets, ADA and EOS, both make a move to the upside. Now, of course, Bitcoin at that point in time didn't really move up much, but Bitcoin, it takes a lot to move Bitcoin. But assets like ADA and EOS, okay, they are altcoins, so they can move a little bit more aggressively. Let's have a look at what happened to ADA. There's your stop hunt, ladies and gentlemen. Stop hunt rise, recovery of the red vector candle, rip to the downside. US Brink session. Look at how it started. Comes down. Let's go to EOS. Look what happened there. Zoom out. A test of the 50 EMA. Let's go to 50-minute time frame. Did they do it? Happy days. There's the breakdown into the 50 EMA at the time of the US Brink session. Great opportunity to run a short from there. But what is it that we understand? How can you be dropping down in price and the markets are taking a nosedive to the downside, then you see this big pump in price? This is what traders are set up for. They get trapped. They see green candlesticks. They get excited, ladies and gentlemen. Your goal as a trader, in principle, is to not fall for the trap of Mr. Market Maker. Now, you may be new to trading. And you may not even know who the market maker is, ladies and gentlemen. But I promise you, his presence is clear as day. Only when you know what you're looking for. If you were to simply apply the concept of the hybrid system in the Brink session, wait for the US Brinks to form. So go back in the chart, find another Brink session. So let's go back to the New York session over here. Look what happened. They did exactly the same thing again. Bitcoin in the US Brink session right there. What time is it? 2 p.m. Where's 3 p.m.? Right there. Magic hour. What do? They initiate the trap to the downside for the shorts, trap them with the belief price is going lower. They then instantly reverse price all the way back up. Stopping volume candle principle comes into play. 1, 2, 3 hits to the high. You run your short from that zone. Happy days. It rips to the downside. Now, part and parcel, ladies and gentlemen, you have to accept that you need to be brave enough to open the trade and go with the belief that you understand what's going on. The recovery of the green vector candle was present. Look, if I go back on a replay, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring that up for you so that you're aware of what you saw at that point in time. If I were to bring this candlestick right here, naturally, as a hybrid system trader, you'd be expecting price to recover this. Why? Because what you've got to be aware of is when price makes a move higher, right? He's going to look to try and come back down because he's not really making a higher move. He's already giving you the clue that he's trying to move up, but not too far. He just wants to trap you. There's the first trap. There's the second trap. There's the third trap. The climatic candle that appears straight after, ladies and gentlemen, is the blue vector candle. So if we press play, that zone right there, there's your blue vector candle. So that's a stopping volume candle, all within the Brinks box, giving us the clue that price was getting ready to drop. Now, it is kind of difficult, ladies and gentlemen, when you're trying to establish where price is going to go. But I promise you, the hybrid system is about repetition. Go back again. Find another time in the chart where they did the same thing. This is Asian session. Okay. Where's the US Brink session itself? Oh, I think there's another one right here. Here we go. Start again. Mr. Market Maker traps the retail trader into the belief that price is going lower. He brings price all the way back up and shakes them out. Green vector candle appears again. Can't finalize. Stopping volume candle. Rip to the downside. Look left. Where are your clues? 1, 2. And even lower. 3. And even lower. 4. Mr. Market Maker builds his shorts above key notable areas. Ask yourself the question when you're coming to the charts. How is it that price is moving up, yet not really moving up? You're familiar with me telling you to draw lines above key whole and half numbers. Well, had you drawn a line above the key 20,500 zone, you would have been aware that they were building shorts above this area. Look what they did here. Had you drawn a line above the key quarter number to 20,250, you would have been aware that they may be building shorts inside of this zone. And then before you know it, they come all the way down and they break through those ranges aggressively and they reset the range and bring it all the way down into this area, recover the green vector candles in this zone and start again. This time they're building their longs below key notable areas. Pull up the 20,000 mark right there. That's why it's a psychological area. Bang, pull that up, happy days. Breaks down lower, consolidates, moves away. What do you see? A nice little pattern. Lovely, happy days. What's the pattern designed for? Making the retail trader believe it's going lower. Market maker contains price, gets the retail trader commit to going lower. He puts his liquidation points in, his margins up. He's now running short. Mr. Market maker instantly reverses price back up because he's been building longs on the way down. He then makes that same retail trader who actually got shaken out on the move back up believe that price is going to continue down lower. That's where you start seeing these collection of vector candles at the lows. But notice how those vector candles down there are not really completing and finalizing strong. You can even double up with the volume as well, and you can see that volume is actually disappearing on the vectors as it's going lower. First green vector candle that appears above the moving average, happy days. You've got your decision, make your run. So, ladies and gentlemen, as a practice or even homework, because it's my birthday tomorrow, I'm going to be taking a bit of a timeout. Go back in the charts and search for the US Brink session. If you are new to the channel and you haven't downloaded the Traders Reality Indicator, simply go over to the indicators, type in Traders Reality up here, and happy days. Add it to your charts, and it will appear like this. To understand more about the strategy in itself, ladies and gentlemen, especially the US Brinks box play, make your way over to the Patreon. There's over 76 masterclass sessions where I dive into each aspect of the hybrid. Specifically speaking, in relation to this play right here, ladies and gentlemen, is Masterclass 7B, Scalping the New York Brink session. All right? There's a lot of information there, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Wikipedia as well, the Traders Reality Wiki, which is a contribution from all the people in the Pattern Watchers community that put their understanding of the hybrid system in that wiki area. Wiki area. But ladies and gentlemen, to break down price action right now for you, we've had a good little start to the month. Price has spiked down lower, and it's holding within the last month's zone. This is good news. So far, so good. Now, when I say this is good news, so far, so good, it's great for the person that might want to try and exploit shorter term movements. Let's not deny the fact that Bitcoin has got a lot of liquidity that he can come back into very soon. The narrative across the board already says so, that the NASDAQ is taking a nosedive to the downside, okay? And that's quite painful. Sharply coming back up, but they recovered that green vector candle in that range. Next zone would see this area here if the pressure is on. And the only way that the pressure is going to be on the NASDAQ, ladies and gentlemen, is if the 10-year yields keep on moving up. We said it. We said it on the Sunday. If the yields keep on moving up, it's going to be a problem for Bitcoin. If you want to understand that stream itself, ladies and gentlemen, or the video itself, the best thing for you to do is to go over to this video right here, ladies and gentlemen. I'll pull it up for you right now. That bad boy right there. So this video itself, Bitcoin and the 3.5% yield problem. I dive into helping you guys understand what the yield is and what it means for Bitcoin if the yields are rising to what the Wall Street is projecting to get to, which is 3.5%. If it gets there, that's a problem for Bitcoin because it means that investors are seeking value-based assets. So they ain't going to be putting their money into the NASDAQ. They want to be putting it into value-based assets. So you might see the Dow Jones sort of showing a bit of strength, but definitely not the NASDAQ, because the NASDAQ is where the volatility resides. And investors right now are not wanting volatility. They want safety. Okay? Going into Asia tonight, ladies and gentlemen, looking on the 1 hour time frame, you can see that Bitcoin, let's be honest, guys, hasn't really gone anywhere. It's staying within the psychological ranges themselves. We've got 1, 2, 3 hits lower. Tomorrow, we have a very big day. Why? Because we had the news announcements today regarding the US dollar. Check this out. Tomorrow we have the average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, and the unemployment rate for the US dollar. All right. Now the ISM came in at 52.8, much better than expected. So things are looking good. Based on 300 purchasing managers, everything is all good, ladies and gentlemen. A reading above 50 indicates an expansion, below indicates a contraction. Things are looking good. All right. But this week, we also had less people claiming unemployment benefit. Does that mean that the unemployment rate is going to be lower? Does that mean we're going to have more people in work? Does that mean that the dominance of the dollar is just going to continue up? 110, 10% appreciation on the dollar. Wow. Ain't no stopping dollar now, is there, ladies and gentlemen? So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, from now until tomorrow, price action might be a little bit laggard in anticipation for the non-farm payrolls, not the payrolls, the non-farm employment change and the unemployment rate. Price action might be choppy. The best times to trade are Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. If you haven't traded during those times where it's the most activity in the market, Friday is going to be a bit of a gamble for you. Why? Because there's two things that can happen. They can either run for profit or they can base build and prepare price for the weekend. So I advise that you tread very cautiously when trading Fridays. Go back in the charts and explore the Brinks box, okay? And just train your eyes to understand how price behaves at around that time in the New York session. Ladies and gentlemen, mad love and respect. We got a face reveal coming soon. Take care of yourselves, family. Peace.